clear. None of these videos are done or made in the intentions of harassing anyone, humiliating anyone, put any harm or threat or anything to anyone's safety. This is just me and what I had to deal with, what I had to go through, and dealing with the court system, and how it came to where it's at today. Me dig in and find on my own on how could a convicted child molester who molested his own child be able to be living in the same house with my child without me ever being contacted or notified since 2008 till present today. I've already had to deal with the harassment of the police knocking on my door, the Lakeville police calling me, telling me to stop what I'm doing, stop talking about what I'm talking about. This is all public records. This is just me documenting it, recording it, so there is no miscommunication or misunderstanding or he said, she said, none of that. It's all straight facts, public records, and how a convicted child molester who molested his own child multiple times to get such a sentence that he never went to prison, not on a sex offender registry list, 25 years probation. Anywhere you look up or find anything with his name whatsoever, it all says it's a closed case and there's nothing else about it. And this is the reason behind it. It says on here, it's out of Scott County. It's a closed case. Right there, 5/20/2029. That's when he gets off probation. The judicial officer, Mary J. Theisen. So, you go from the start of it all. Anyone who's been arrested, anyone who went to jail, anyone who had to go through the courts on anything where you've been arrested, brought to jail, and so forth, knows how the whole process is. When you get arrested, you go to jail, the next day you have your first appearance, you have an ominous hearing, you might have a pre-sentence investigation, and then you generally get sentenced. Whether you're going to take it to trial, then it's different, or if you're going to plead guilty, they do the PSI, pre-sentence investigation, and follow usually recommendations off that. Someone who's convicted of a crime of criminal sexual conduct, second degree, extremely, like if it's a minor child, in this case it was Jeffrey WATNE's own daughter, at the age of 4 years old. Straight facts. I had Facebook back and forth messages between me and her, and the message, she stated clearly what her dad did to her was wrong and so forth, so it's not just a vindictive woman going through divorce and just wanted to whatever. It's all straight facts. So someone has their first court appearance. See, there's a judge, Commissar. He has an ominous hearing. Stacy, or Rex, Stacy. He has another ominous hearing. This one's with Patrick Sutherland. Has a hearing on it. Has another ominous hearing.
Carl Hooten.
Has a hearing on it. And another ominous hearing. Another judge, Michael A. Young. has his hearing on it. Another ominous hearing, Michael Young. And then it goes to this. 5/20/04, he has a plea hearing with Mary J. Threesen. He gets sentenced on the same exact day, 5/20/2004. Review hearing, Mary J. Threesen. And it has another court date on 5/6/2008, Mary Threesen. So 5/20/04, he has a hearing with Mary J. Threesen. He pleads guilty on it. His plea hearing, the sentence hearing, all on 5/20/04. Same judge, Mary J. Threesen, closed. 5/20/04, he goes to court, he pleads guilty, he gets sentenced, and they mark it as a closed case all on the same day with the same judge, Mary J. Threesen. How many ominous hearings did he have? Like five? Like five different judges? Until this Mary J. Threesen steps in, hears it, takes his plea, sentences him, and closes the case all in one day. All in one day. And the last one with him and Mary J. Threesen. Was a motion hearing on 5/6/2008. Why is that important? This is why it's important. Mary J. Threesen says she's a former Dakota County judge. She was appointed to this position in 2000. Then was reelected in 2002, 2008. So, why is that important? Her career. She was a Minnesota Assistant Attorney General, 1983 to 1997. But it said she was a Minnesota Dakota County District Judge in 2000. Why is she in Scott County, right? Here's why she was in Scott County. You look up her history on her bio, it doesn't say she was a Scott County judge. But it says right here, county will be getting a new judge. Threesen moving to Dakota County. It stated that she was a Dakota County judge. See the date that this article was written? August 3rd, 2008. A couple months prior to that was their last date of being a judge, where Jeffrey Watney had her. A couple months after Jeffrey Watney had her for a judge, she wound up going over to Dakota County in 2008. She was a Scott County judge. A Scott County judge all the way until 2008. In 2008, she moved to Dakota County. She wasn't a Dakota County judge in 2000 when she became a judge. Now, why is that important? Because Mary J. Threesen, as you can see, like I said, in 1983 to 1997, she was a Minnesota Assistant Attorney General. Here's why that's important. This right here is Office of the Attorney General, where Joel Watney in 1999 he becomes the Assistant Attorney General. In 1999, Joel Watney becomes the Assistant Attorney General. That's right after Mary J. Theisen. Now, how does someone actually do what they did and get such a sentence? Someone who's looking at a minimum of 96 months with a clean record, never been in trouble. If you commit a crime like this, no matter what, the minimum you're looking at is like 96 months. You're looking at, no matter what, a prison sentence. Jeffrey Michael Watney never even got a prison sentence, but sat in jail maybe a few months. Not on no sex offender registry list. Nothing you can pull up or find out anything about it. And you wonder why. 9,131 days of probation. That's 25 years. It's conditional 365 days. That's what he got for a sentence. With credit time served. So you let him out and call it credit time served. Work release privileges, no same or similar, obey the laws and behavior. Right there, Mary J. Theisen. How many different judges did this man have? How many ominous hearings did he have until Mary J. Theisen stepped in? Who used to be the Attorney General. Who was the Attorney General right after her? Joel Watney. Steps in, takes a plea, sentences him, and closes the case all on the same day. All on the same day. But pretty much it boils down to, if you got a kid, you can molest your kid multiple times, sit in jail for less than a year if that, and you can have work release. You don't have to be registered. You don't even have to tell anyone. It'll be all hid about your crime and what happened. It'll all be like sealed file, so you can't see nothing or know about it. And you'll have to pay $1,055. And you think maybe this is the reason why Terry Olson went and filed papers with Scott County to try and get Jeffrey Michael Watney off probation early? After I found all this out and started digging into it and contacted her when my daughter was still a minor, and her response to me was, it wasn't a concern of hers of me being aware of it or being notified about it, but instead, right after me contacting her, after I contacted her and had a conversation and questioned her about it, she went and filed papers in Scott County to try and get Jeffrey Watney released from probation early, but the judge denied his probation to be executed or done early due to the serious nature of his crime. For him to get off probation early due to having a job promotion compared to the safety of the public outweighed him being off probation early. After I brought it to their attention, they turned around and filed papers to try and get him off probation early. Straight facts, straight proof. It speaks for itself. Yeah, I've seen him take that deal, huh? So there it is. Jeffrey Michael Watney. Last name Watney. Joel Watney. Open closed case. And sentencing all in one day. For multiple times molesting his own child. This here is Jeffrey Watney actually took me to court and filed a restraining order on me. This guy is now my daughter's stepdad. Since 2008, this person's been around my daughter living with him. Never was I informed, contacted, anything whatsoever. This person lost all rights to his own children, but Dakota County allowed him to be around my child. This here shows proof like it's not a closed case. Number 2 on there, petitioner pled guilty, was sentenced in 2004 to 1 count, criminal sexual conduct, 2nd degree, in violation, and remains on probation to date. Top part of it. Respondent disagrees that his conduct continues to be harassment and claims he is merely presenting factual information about petitioner and his past. Respondent remains frustrated that he was never notified by probation or child protection that his daughter was living in petitioner's home. By law, supposed to do a mandate report when a child is living in the same household as a sex offender. They were living in the same house in 2008. They never did no mandate report. They wound up doing one in 2018. And that mandate report has nothing to do with him living with my child. That mandate report, all it says is he has permission to be alone with my child. So, you're sure when he tried modifying it? It says on here, appearing with a message on the back of his t-shirt stating YouTube sex offender Joel Watney. Now what do you think that is? Do you think that's a fluke or an accident or whatnot ever? Why would the judge write that in that order that I wear a shirt that said YouTube sex offender Joel Watney? That was the shirt I wore when I went to court. It doesn't say Joel Watney. It says Jeff Watney. Predatory offender. It says statute where they have to do a child mandate report. How they're supposed to do it, how it's supposed to be done. All my recorded conversations with the county, calling them out on it. Why was I never informed? Someone was not doing their job right. It was done intentionally. And even after bringing it to their attention, they still did nothing about it. They wanted to sit there and push everything on me and make it like it's my problem. I'm the bad person. This Craig here guy. This is Mark Mell's son-in-law. Wants to sit there and send me messages and bother me and harass me. Dakota County Courts. Inviting Mark Mell, Terry Olson, Paul Pletch, Stacey Devitt, Jim Scoville, Catherine Keene, and open for anyone else to come as well. to the Capitol on the 18th of every month. Anyone from the county or anyone that going through problems or having to deal with any of this, 18th of every month at the Capitol. Come on, Mark Mell, Terry Olson, Paula Putch, Stacy Devitt, Jim Scoville, Catherine Keene, any one of you county workers, come down there, explain yourselves. Make it clear so we understand what is right and what is wrong. Because I'm not going to let it go. I'm not letting it go.